and Satenik Karpatanian is next.
Hello. Thanks. So this is my first time here. I've been enjoying it. Just prefacing, I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not really sure what compelled me to do this today, but I guess I just felt like, getting up here and doing something different. So I do a lot of really stupid shit in my life without thinking. And this is one of those instances where I did something really stupid and I wasn't thinking at all. And the story happened about 15 years ago. I was in 4th grade, and my best friend at the time, she's a year older, and she was in 5th grade. And I'm sure a lot of you can think back to that age when we were that young, and there's a big difference between being in 4th grade and being in 5th grade. Because when you're in 5th grade, you're like the seniors of the elementary school. So, my best friend ran with a pretty good, popular crowd of kids at school. At the time, for the town that we lived in, they were pretty popular. So, but she was still, needless to say, my best friend. Spent every single day with her, riding the school bus to and from school, going to her house after school, because my parents weren't home. So we were really, really close. And I considered her and her, siblings to be like sisters and a brother to me. So here we are, April 24th, and it's her birthday. And I distinctly remember, too, that she had specifically asked for, I don't know if you guys remember, but those Furby toys that there used to be. So I distinctly remember she had asked for a Furby, and, I thought I was really special because, I was her best friend, and here I was. I got her the one gift that she really, really wanted that year. So, I wrapped it up really pretty and neat, and here I am, all ready to go to her birthday party with the Furby. And so I get to her house, ask her mom if she needs help setting anything up. Everything is just going great. And, people start arriving to the party, and we're having fun, not a lot of people there yet. And then people start showing up. Her friends start showing up. And so here I am thinking to myself, okay, I can do this. I can mingle with the older kids that I don't really know all that well. If they're friends of hers, they can be friends of mine. Why not, right? But, I just wasn't really feeling it. It kind of felt like, okay, I'm maybe in over my head a little bit, and, maybe they're just not my crowd. So, but I said, okay, we'll see how the day goes. There's still a lot of party to be had and a lot of fun to be had. So, we ate pizza, and, we got to the point where we're cutting the cake, and everybody's really happy and everything. And then she kind of just started ignoring me. And, there I was, the only 4th grader in the bunch, and I just felt so low at that point. And I was like, this just sucks. I just remember them sitting off to the side, her front porch area, talking about how they wanted to walk up the street to the park, and I just felt so left out at that point. And her brother, he had a scooter. I don't know if you guys, I think they still make them, right? Those Razor scooters. And so I used to have a bike that I would ride. I never had been on a scooter ever before. I had no idea, how to ride it. But I figure, whatever. Can't be that hard, right? You just stand on it and you just kind of ride it. Well, she lived on a hill, a really, really big hill. And so I was bored, and I thought, hey, grab the scooter and go down the hill. If they're not going to play with me, if they're not going to talk to me, they're going to ignore me, I'll just have my own fun. And her brother and her sister are both younger than her. So there I was, and I was like, hey, Tamar, Alex, you guys, watch. I'm going to do this really cool thing. I'm going to go down the hill with the scooter. And they're like, okay, yeah. So they come out to watch me, as I'm trudging up the hill. It was a pretty steep hill, actually. Well, when you're in 4th grade, it seemed like a steep hill at the time. I don't think it is that steep. But so I go up to the top of that hill, and I remember, now mind you, I'm not on the sidewalk or anything. I'm in the middle of the street. There are cars coming up and down the street. I didn't care. I wasn't thinking at all whatsoever. There I am at the top of that hill, put my foot on. I don't even know where the brake is on this thing. I have no clue, and I'm like, here I am. adrenaline, right? We were talking about adrenaline earlier. I'm like, I'm just going to go down this hill. So I start going down this hill. Everything's going great. And then it starts getting faster and faster and faster. And I have no idea how to stop. And I remember going by her brother sitting there, and I'm like, looking at, my hair is whipping, and I'm just going, how do you make this thing stop? I don't know. Bam. Right into the sidewalk. Both my elbows bloody. Both my knees. I remember to this day that pain when the skin just, your jeans rip and the skin rips right off your knees. And I'm bleeding, and I'm laying there on the floor, and I'm crying, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell did I just do? And her mom comes running out, and she's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm freaking out. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm going to have to go to the hospital now. I made such a fool out of myself in front of all these fifth graders, and now they're always going to remember me as that stupid little fourth grader that, couldn't control herself and totally wiped out on the Razor scooter. And to this day, I tell my best friend, because we're still best friends 15 years later, I still feel guilty, and I always say to her, I'm really sorry I ruined that birthday for you. Thank you.